Sarah Thompson, and we're back on STL TV Live. I'd like to welcome Diane Everman and Daniel Reich from the new exhibit at the Jewish Federation of St. Louis called Standing for Justice 2. And this is important because there was a Standing for Justice that happened. When did it happen?
It starts at about 1937, the first exhibit, and it goes to about 1949, and then this one is 1950 to 1980. Okay.
And the first exhibit was opened about a year ago.
A year ago. So, I mean, it's Black History Month. We hear a lot about justice as it relates to the Civil Rights Movement, but many communities of people, not just in St. Louis, but in this country, have been fighting for justice, and that's really what this is about. It includes more.
Absolutely. And the folks, because it was material here in St. Louis. But the exhibit, the time period went on, we realized that their interest and their concerns exploded and to handle everything, women's rights, civil rights, basically discrimination against anybody, and standing for justice for everyone in the community, regardless of whether they were Jewish or not.
So let's talk about the exhibition itself. When people go to see this, what are they seeing? What type of materials? Daniel, if you want to tell us a bit about some of the materials that they're going to see.
Well, Diane
Archivist
can really better answer as the archivist, and will, but she was able to find examples of discrimination, of anti-Semitism, of all kinds of materials about extremism. Again, the show being divided in two parts from the pre-war years until 1980. And they're powerful, amazing, in some cases very disturbing images. The show's co-sponsored by three organizations: the Holocaust Museum and Learning Center, the JCRC, the Jewish Community Relations Council, and the Saul Brodsky Jewish Community Library, which houses the St. Louis Jewish Community Archive. Right. We're involved because those same issues of bigotry, of discrimination, of hatred were really the causes of the Holocaust. Mm-hmm. And the fact that in 1945, when everyone said never again, mm-hmm. obviously that did not happen on the global level, but even at the national level. And in terms of discrimination and individual rights, even today, we have a long way to go.
Absolutely. Well, I think what's so interesting, we have some images that are included in the exhibit. Some of this is Forest Park. I mean, this is right here in St. Louis.
Absolutely.
And not that long ago.
Absolutely. The exhibit actually opens with an image from the Post-Dispatch of Nazis marching in Forest Park. Mm-hmm. So these are local people. There's the image, and people who were members of either the Bund or they were actual members of the Nazi Party here in St. Louis, and they rallied there to bring attention and support for Hitler.
And that was in 1937.
Right. 1937, and that's right there. That is an image right across the street from us.
Absolutely.
Actually, right there.
And part two includes an image of neo-Nazis demonstrating in South St. Louis.
Mm-hmm. And here's one that you have even for about the swimming pools. This is something. Which one? What is? We're looking Olive Street. Yeah. So this is. Yeah, it's so interesting. I mean, when you look at St. Louis as a whole compared to when people think of Alabama or Mississippi, was it pretty high here in terms of anti-Semitism and just against the civil rights movement? Would you rank it as relatively
Unfortunately,
high?
yes. Yeah. St. Louis was always considered a crossroads. It was a central location. A lot of, especially the extremists, like to have headquarters here. Gerald L.K. Smith in the war years and the immediate post-year. The National Socialist White People's Party headquartered here or had a major branch here. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, it has been always a central location for everyone. Might not have gotten the national press that a lot of other locations, Skokie, for example, did, but was definitely involved.
Well, when we come, we're going to have to take a quick break, but I want to talk about more with the civil rights, the aspect that focuses on the civil rights era, because there's a lot that has to do with the Jewish community supporting the African American community. So we're going to talk more about that when we're back from this quick break. Again, we'll have more with Diane and Daniel after this.